YouTube, what's going on? I'm Shabby13 and in today's video we're going to be looking at my best settings for my controller on Call of Duty Warzone. Now this has been highly requested from everybody in my TikTok and Twitch streams. So if you didn't know I stream, all my links are in the description. Check them out. I stream every night from 9:30 10 PM UK time over on Twitch and TikTok. Also smack the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on channel notifications if you are new around here. Let's help you get better at Warzone. So these are my controller settings and these are the things that you've wanted to see for a very long time. My stream's always asking me to see my controller settings, so here we go guys. I'm going to give you a quick run through of exactly everything that I use to make my accuracy really good in game. So my button layout is default flipped, so essentially that makes the R1 and R2 or whatever it is on Xbox, your top triggers there, the aim in and shoot button, because it has a quicker response time for you pressing it to it happening on the game. These ones here take a lot longer to push in, as you guys can tell, so it actually takes a lot longer for the game to register because it only starts to press the button about there, so you're pushing it pretty much all the way down before it's doing anything, whereas this, look how quick that is. So that's the reason I use that. It gives me a bigger advantage in game when aiming down sights and shooting. I can get the first bullet off, I can aim down sights quicker. It's just obviously a much better way of using your controller. My stick layout preset is default. I haven't changed anything. My invert look is disabled because essentially if you flick up on the stick on the controller, if you have that on, it will look down. You don't want that. You do not want that. If you've been using it for years, fine, fair enough, fair play to you, but you don't want to be flicking the stick up and your game looking down. My dead zone I have on 0.10. This is all dependent on the controller you're using and stuff. When I use a scuff, this is perfect because the scuff has less stick drift because it's customized. They take certain things out and add certain things to the controller. But if you're using a basic PC, Xbox, PlayStation controller, anything like that, your stick drift is going to be a lot higher. It's just naturally in the controller. I don't know why, but it just is. So you need to find the lowest point of dead zone that you can use before you start getting stick drift. Because if you get stick drift, it's going to start aiming and moving and stuff without you doing anything. You don't want that. So the lower the dead zone, the better and the quicker you doing things will be registered on the game. So my stick sensitivity is 8.8 on the horizontal and vertical. I've used this for a long time now. My piece of advice for this is find something you're comfortable with. Don't constantly keep changing it and then literally perfect one sensitivity setting, because if you don't, then you're going to be all over the place. You'll find you're up it and you'll be overcompensating when you're firing and moving. You'll be moving too far or too quick. But when you lower it, you'll be moving too slow, not being able to turn and react quick enough. So find the one that's perfect for you. I use 8.8 and perfect it. The same with the ADS sensitivity multiplier, low zoom and high zoom. On the low zoom, which is essentially ADSing with iron sights, your red dots, stuff like that, the low magnifications, you need this a little bit higher because a lot of the gunfights will come at close range, so you'll need to be snapping on to your targets. But the high zoom you want a little bit lower because that's all for the long range gunfights. You don't want to be moving very quickly side to side when trying to track a player that's moving at a long distance, because it's very hard to control. The slower the better, but you don't want it too slow that your tracking is just awful. You just want to perfect it. Again, like the stick sensitivities, you need to find something here and just perfect it. My aim response curve type is dynamic. Essentially, I watched a video like this ages ago and this is what I got told to use. I've never looked back. It is much better than what the standard one that I used to use, but again, I can't really explain what this is because I don't actually know myself, but I use dynamic, so I suggest you guys do as well. Controller vibration, I have this disabled because when you're firing your weapon, you don't want any additional movement in your hands. So when you're standing like that and you're still with no vibration, you have full control over everything. If you have vibration, your controller is making subtle movements which could affect the way you're aiming when you're playing the game. So for that point alone, you need to disable this. I used to love it. I used to love it being enabled and getting feedback from the controller when I was hitting my target. But honestly, I broke my controller ages ago and the rumblers didn't work. But and it just, I was using it without it. At first it was horrible because I was so used to it, but you get used to it, guys. Trust me, it is key to not have that on, because any subtle movements in your aiming will hinder you. My aim assist is standard. I'm not really sure what all the others do. I've never used them. This is the one I've always used on any game, so for me, this is just something I'm used to. But if you're new to the game, focusing says it's best for players new to analog aiming. So if you're from keyboard and mouse, or you're new to just controller gaming in general, then this probably be the best one for you. I use 120 FOV, so I scale my aim assist with my FOV so it doesn't make it look all weird and magnified and zoomed in and stuff like that. So if you use high FOV, you'll know exactly what this means. If you don't have FOV on console, guys, then obviously you're not going to have this setting. So I use contextual tap for use/reload behavior. So if I want to pick stuff up, I don't have to hold the square button. I literally just tap it and it picks stuff up. If you have this turned off, you're going to find that you need to hold everything, hold the square button or whatever it is on Xbox to pick stuff up. You don't want that. You just want to be able to tap it. It's much quicker. And then if you want to reload, no matter what, you can tap it. But if it doesn't work, you can hold the square button and it will reload the weapon no matter what. Armor plate behavior, I have apply all. So again, you can hold triangle press and hold slightly on triangle for once, and it will apply all the plates you need rather than applying one plate at a time. This is very, very key because you obviously want to be fully plated, but you can cancel this at any point by pulling your weapon out. Automatic tactical sprint is also something you need to have enabled because this is very, very key. So instead of constantly pressing the stick down or double tapping it forward to activate tactical sprint where you sprint really fast, this will automatically do it for you. So you just literally hold the analog stick forward and you don't have to worry about, is it going to kick in, do I have to press something else? So it just makes it a lot easier and less to think about when playing. So they are all my controller settings, guys. If you want to see a video when season 1 gets released on my graphics, my controller, my audio, everything to do with my settings for the new Caldera Warzone Pacific map, let me know in the comments and drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new around here, turn on channel notifications because there's going to be so much content coming out for Warzone Pacific. I can't wait to get the game and get it rolling. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in a twinkle.